Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and our title today is Starbucks wants you to buy something. Let's get started with the warm-up questions. 1번. What is your favorite coffee shop? 가장 좋아하는 카페 뭐예요? I don't really have a favorite cafe or a coffee shop. I find myself going to Starbucks a lot. Just because they're so convenient and they're everywhere, it's hard not to find a Starbucks around Seoul. I heard recently that Korea has the third most Starbucks in the world after the US and was it China? But yeah, so I usually end up going to Starbucks. I wouldn't say it's my favorite coffee shop. And I don't really have a favorite coffee shop. But yeah, I usually end up at Starbucks. 2번. Do you ever hang out there without buying anything? 당신은 좋아하는 카페에서 아무것도 사지 않고 시간을 보낸 적이 있습니까? No, usually if I go to a cafe, I will buy something, even if I'm just waiting for a couple of minutes. I feel kind of guilty just hanging around a place without buying anything. So if I go to a cafe, I'll buy something small or just a quick drink that I can get. So I'm just one of those people that feels guilty if I don't buy something at the cafe, and especially if it's a small cafe, I'll definitely buy something. But yeah, usually I'll always buy something if I enter a cafe. Alright, now let's look at the vocabulary and repeat after me. 1번. Racially profile. Racially profile. Racially profile. 인종 profiling 하다. Police were called and the men were arrested, but they later sued Starbucks for racially profiling them. Okay, so to treat someone differently based on their race, their ethnicity, or their nationality. 2번. Sketchy. 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 수상쩍은. Paying customers complain about long lines for the bathroom and sketchy individuals are occupying tables and sometimes harassing others. So sketchy is like another way of saying to seem suspicious or untrustworthy. 3번. Upscale. 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 고급스러운. That's a far cry from the pleasant upscale environment that Starbucks hopes to create. So upscale is kind of like upper class, expensive, lavish, kind of like, if you say like an upscale shopping center, you think of like maybe Shinsegae or like the very expensive like Rodeo Drive thing, something like that. 4번. Accompany. 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 함께해 오다 or 동반하다. People accompanying a paying customer can still get free water, but that's about it. So accompanying somebody or somebody is to guide somebody or go with somebody to somewhere. 5번. Loiterer. 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 어정되는 사람 or 어슬렁거리는 사람. Staff will ask loiterers to leave, and when necessary, the police will be called. So a loiterer is like a person that hangs around an area for no particular reason. Kind of, but in sort of like a negative way. They're kind of either hanging around and making like noise or making a fuss or annoying people, etc., etc. 6번. Bouncer. 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 경비원. It's also hard to imagine that your average Starbucks barista will want to play the role of bouncer and confront customers who refuse to leave. So a bouncer is usually a security officer who works at a nightclub. Alright, so that was a preview section. Now let's move on to the review section.